I'm wearing a different hat. It must be a completely different day. Wow. Well, let's get to another comment about hair loss. You know, I did that trilogy of videos at the mall. Did you see those? That was fun. That was fun for me, at least. Our friend Angry Greek Manyo had this to say. No, by the way, I'm going to just slightly censor this, not because I believe it's a vulgar. It's just that I do know I maybe have some younger nieces watching my videos, so I try to filter everything to make sure that if someone's kids are watching, it wouldn't be offensive. The censored version is for the fact I was walking around the mall shooting videos about hair loss on a selfie stick and acting like no one else was there. He said, I've got bravery too, but not like this. Guys got bravery for recording like this. I'd be too embarrassed, end quote. We need to analyze that. Let's analyze that comment on the video, particularly was the video Balding Young Now versus 20 years ago. So let's talk about that. I didn't think anything of it when I went to the mall to run an errand for my wife, took the selfie stick in, because I was like, you know what, by the time I get back to work, it's going to be a struggle to shoot these 3 videos at work. It's easier while I'm already here. Let me just put these notes in my pocket, put the phone, and let's just do this. And like Robert was saying, who shops at the mall in the year 2017 anyway? 1987, but 2017. So anyway, so I'm there and there's people shopping, and you know, I made sure I wasn't like being rude, like cutting in front of someone or like had a lot of people in the shop, but I just confidently walked like anybody else, because for all they knew, I was talking to somebody on the phone, you know. But what I didn't think about, that showed that was actually an example of showing confidence or even bravery. It never crossed my mind. I thought, I mean, subconsciously I thought, okay, well, people are going to look at me, and in the background they're going to, you know, they're going to turn around and look like, what is he doing? And then they're going to keep going on. I thought, okay, I know it's a little weird, but I mean, there's a lot of weird things at the mall if you're really looking for it, right? But here's what that comment tells me about Angry Greek Manyo, is it goes back into the fundamental issue about what I always talk about in my hair videos, is that there's certain signs of knowing you can internally overcome your hair loss if you can pass a few tests. As you know, I talk about how no one in my life has power over my emotions. No one can insult me, disrespect me, unless I give them permission from within. If I refuse to give them permission, they cannot offend me or insult me. Okay? When you can get to that point, you'll most likely be like I am and know that your hair loss is not going to affect you either. They go hand in hand. But perhaps maybe there's something to be said about this whole thing about going into public with a selfie stick, recording a video, and acting like everyone's not there. I'm not telling you to do it, but I think maybe it is an example of a level of confidence symbolically and physically. As I'm walking past all these people, many of them who are going this way, and I'm going this way, and I'm saying what I believe in, not in an arguing sort of way, but just moving forward, and they're all moving behind me, and they're, you know, those are looking at me. Just kind of like I said with the whole cult leader video I made, where I was talking about how, you know, someone who's truly a leader is not going to, please subscribe, I'm cool, oh, here's the box, please subscribe, watch this video too, yeah. That's not me. I'm like, you know what, maybe I'm no good for you. Maybe you should stop watching my videos. I may be wasting your time. But I'm confident enough to say that, because if what I'm saying is effective, you're gonna watch it whether I tell you to or not, is the way I look at it. And if your devotion to watching my videos is so flimsy that you need me to tell you to subscribe, you're gonna be gone in 3 days anyway. I don't need you, honestly. Everyone's welcome, but I like the people who are coming back regularly, because this really is. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he's a little bit older than me, maybe, I think he's like 43, but he was saying, once he heard about the channel, he's like, yeah, it really is a good point that back when you and I were 18, other than, you know, if you had a good involved dad or maybe a good uncle or something like that, you didn't have anybody telling you this stuff, you know. that, to the simple concept of, yeah, you're going to lose your hair, but you know what? It's going to be okay. Like that paradox. Like, it's one thing for someone to say, it's going to be okay. And then there's the other thing of like, someone to actually be upfront with you and say, you're going to lose your hair, but then to tie those together. You are going to lose your hair, but it is going to be okay. So that's what I've learned from randomly shooting 3 videos in the mall, that actually was an example of confidence. I never thought of it that way. I thought it's maybe me being a little bit weird, but this has been my whole life. I've been, I just didn't care about the people going that way. I just, like, whatever I wanted to do, I just did it as long as it wasn't hurting anyone. Which, again, doesn't that prove that I'm such a libertarian? So, if you want to get a hair transplant, do it. Or take Propecia, do it. Or get tattooed, take pigment and just get tattooed, do it. If you want to transgender yourself and then take the hormones so that you can become a woman and then your hair would, do it. Because you know what? I'm a libertarian and I'm confident. You got to do what's right for you. As for right for me, healing from within to overcome hair loss so that we don't have to rely on other people. That's the Nick Shell way.